pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody. For the record, Phil is on vacation and Rick is a little under the weather. I need a motion to open the meeting.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 1, discuss and approve the event permit for Wagon Wheel Farms LLC, September 23rd through the 25th, 2023. It's their annual pumpkin festival. They submitted the application with all the supporting document, planning board. Part A, everybody has given their approval on this. Anything else, Rory, on it?
No, I legally, it matched up with what we're looking for. There's an indemnification policy, liability insurance. So from that end, it was good. My understanding, we went through the building department for, you know, the in and out of the traffic. So it seems like everything's good. I've matched it up with some of the other ones. A-okay. Should be good. They're doing a lot of good stuff.
George, have anything?
No.
Can I get a motion to,
So moved. I'll second it.
all in favor? Easy one tonight, Mary. If we just stay consistent like this,
Sorry,
Doug,
who
is
made
it?
the motion?
I'll wait till we get to know.
Doug made the motion, George
I'm
seconded
only
it.
kidding, Joe, I can't hear
Alright.
you.
Item number 2, discuss and approve the town board minutes for July 13, 2023. Any comments from the board on it?
Yeah, I do. Okay. Page 3, discuss the watershed 50, no, excuse me, it's, look at that. It is, page 2. Regarding $60,000 to be sold for selling land to Legoland. I asked in the meeting that for clarification from Christine, that be Fund B because it is in the town. So you probably, if you could tomorrow, ask her to make sure that we,
Making a determination what fund it's coming out of?
no, going into. This
Going
is what's
into.
coming to us. So this is Fund B because the land itself is in the,
County Goshen, correct.
But we have a lot of things we do there. For example, the community host fee
It's Fund A,
is Fund A because
Correct,
we
it's
farm the
townwide.
village, you know.
but it's our property, so it should be Fund B. I agree.
Okay.
All right, we'll follow up with Christine tomorrow on that.
Good, okay.
So you're amending, you're adding that into that
Just
section?
clarification.
Okay.
Should I put it into?
Do you, yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Should
You
I
want
redo the motion to say fund, the 60,000 goes into Fund B?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
So that's not amending the minutes, you're just adding that into the next set of minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just needed a
Motion,
clarification.
like,
Right,
motion.
not the minutes. The minutes are approved as, okay.
George?
I just need.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I just need a clarification on page 3 where it says, there was a discussion on the proposition to acquire the 2 lots
Mhm.
from Amy's Kitchen. There was no decision made to acquire them. It was just depending on what happened. to the
Correct,
kitchen.
correct.
Back.
Yep, there's been no decision on the entire overall, plan. It's just multiple parts, and, I wanted to just get it out there. That's what it was gonna cost if we, decide to move forward.
Right. That's all I
Okay,
have.
so,
I need a motion.
motion to
for
approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, discuss and approve the proposal by the Hudson Valley SPCA to operate the Humane Society. Yeah. So, contrary to the paper, it wasn't me to the rescue, but a lot of people working very hard and diligently to get this done. We met today with the Hudson Valley SPCA and Rick and Susan Bosley. We worked out all the details on how we're transitioning over to them. They both went to the Humane Society today to talk about the transition, and they will be prepared and ready to start on the 15th. Jody Kay will be interviewing 2 to maybe 3 of the employees that are remaining there. There's only 4 employees remaining. Do I need to read this in? I mean, everybody's got a copy here. Do I-
Right here.
No? Okay. So basically, it's the same. We're funding it the same exact way. I got approval from the village mayor. that she agreed to maintain the funding, and we're good to go. Goshen should be happy. Any comments, George?
It's, for the town, it's 3250, right? Is that-
Correct.
Right.
Mhm.
We talked about this, but just for, again, for clarification, they're gonna supply the ACO?
Yes, correct. They have an ACO.
Right.
They have an ACO and a DCO also.
Right. There was a vehicle that I guess the Bosleys gave up to,
They haven't given it up yet, but
Oh,
it's committed to go to Warwick.
Right, I see. So is that gonna necessitate us to purchase another vehicle?
No, they have 2 vehicles already.
They have it, as well.
Yep.
And they still want an advisory board?
They would very much like a advisory board made up of Goshen residents to help assist in fundraising and any support that they can give. They believe that they can do this with, fewer employees. They're gonna operate similar hours. Full support of at least the town police department right now. The village is working on it. They will have keys to the facility. So if a dog is picked up at nighttime, they don't have to call the ACO in. They can deliver it right to the SPCA, the Humane Society, and leave a note there for the employees that come in the next morning that they picked up this animal, and then work on whatever they have to do to work on logging the animal and start the process.
Shelley, this is nothing short of a miracle. I can't tell you how many people have talked to me and called me. And I was very, I didn't know what to say. And I never thought that we would be where we're at today. So-
Yeah, it was a good challenge, for sure.
Well, but I mean, I think I'm very proud of you that you pulled this off.
No, we all did. It was, I'm
Well,
telling you.
whoever all is, I'm
It was a
very proud.
valiant effort by a lot of people in the town hall to get this done.
Good.
Karina did a tremendous amount of work, Mary and
did?
Kat did a lot of work. Karina did a
good,
tremendous
good.
amount of work, Mary and Kat did a lot of work, pulling this all together and getting the people in. So it was definitely a team effort.
Right. Perfect. I mean, it couldn't be better. So anyway, I'd like to make a motion that we accept this proposal of.
Hudson Valley SPCA
Valley.
to operate the Humane Society.
I'll second the motion.
All in
Do we
favor?
have to, well, wait, do we have to have a
And
contract?
authorize the supervisor to sign all
All
documents.
documents.
Do we, yeah.
Roll
That
call?
that suffices for,
Roll call or no?
no,
No?
no.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Doug made the motion,
George
George
seconded.
did a second, I did.
Yep.
And in today's discussion, did the feral cat management come up at all?
We need to put a plan in place. It's not part of the funding we have for them already, so she's gonna put a proposal together, working with Tara on what the cost is gonna be, and hope for a contribution from both the town and the village to set this up. Yeah, we have a tremendous feral cat problem.
It's a big problem.
One right here in the village over by the
Sure.
senior center.
Oh, yeah. There's
There-
one.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. But you know, Tara, I mean, that's the other thing we've done the last 10 years, is we supplement that
Yep.
on behalf of the citizens. Just off the record, I was looking out the window, and I heard it was 5:45 in the morning, some guy's talking on his cell phone. What's that? So I got out of bed to look out, and he's got his flashers on. What's it, parked on my grass, looked up the road, and here's 4 more cars with flashers on. What the hell's going on? So I called 911, says, I don't know, it's an accident, or somebody got hit, or what. Well, the big dog, he probably weighed 130 pounds. And they were trying to catch him.
Yeah, Aspen,
Yeah, it was on the call.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They got him.
Big dog.
135 pounds.
Yeah.
So anyway, he
Like a
came
German
down to my
Shepherd, but some
backyard, and I
sort
said,
of-
well, so I went in and I've got some Irish cheese, strong. So I took that off, and I sat on the low step. He walked by me and said, hey, Sonny, you want a piece of this? Nope. Came over and ate it. So, oh, stay right here, I'll go. So I got another piece and cut it off, and I got a rope, tied it around his neck.
Yeah.
Called the police, and they came with a car where the seat in the back was divided for 2, so he wouldn't have fit. So they called for another car. I mean, this is just going on and on and on.
Yeah.
But I felt so good because this was such a sweet dog.
Oh, yeah. It was just adopted from what they told us today. Boy, actually, a police officer
Yeah.
took it.
I mean, it was just, and no one claimed it.
Nope.
I thought,
Nope.
what a wonderful animal, yeah. Okay.
All right. Do Review and discuss introductory law number 6 of 2023. We talked about in the last meeting, we had to give the 7-day notice, correct?
Correct. So now it's just
Yeah,
a
bro.
hop in.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's eligible to be set out to a public hearing.
Now,
What-
can I
what
talk
does-
first? It's not.
You can, okay.
It's gotta be secret.
Tell me what.
I'm gonna share with you. I read this and read this and read this, and I thought, you know, I don't feel comfortable contributing to the discussion.
Mhm.
So I talked to one of the people on the planning board, and I was having lunch with him, and said, Doug, this has to be a part 1 seeker review.
Well, if that's true, just in the future, just give me a heads up that you think
Well, no, I
that.
just found out.
Well,
Okay.
Sean looked at all this and didn't bring that up.
No.
I didn't get that from
I'm
him.
curious, I'm
but-
curious as to who brought this determination up, because we did run it by the engineer.
Well, this is Phil Dropkin.
And I think Phil's incorrect.
No, I think he's right.
All right, well,
Okay, but anyway.
that's fine, we have time.
And so, but for example, I want to give a story of what's going on, because why I feel inadequate about this. Okay? There's one with RMD or RDM or whatever before the board up there now. And they want to build a 66-foot.
Yeah, I don't think we should get into particulars on an open application that's in front of the planning board.
Well,
I mean, I understand.
but, and then they want 15 feet beyond that for this, so it's going to be 81 feet. And, but the other thing that I found in talking to different people is power. New York State right now is in a quandary about how we're gonna power all of these things. And so, anyway, based on what I heard that it was gonna have part 1 seeker review, what do I know?
Yeah, it's just, if that's sitting on the table, and that's a legitimate thing, it just, Phil could have advised Kelly or myself, or you could have reached
Well,
out,
I
because it's at the
didn't-
meeting and it's
Well,
on
I'm
the table. I
curious
just
as
would
to
rather
why,
know.
but we went to Sean on this. We
I
asked for
I
input.
can't answer it off the cuff, and I'm not, it's not to be critical, Doug, it's just, it's, at this point, you know, I'm not gonna react and give.
Well, let's,
It's
I mean,
already
listen,
been
let's
analyzed.
table it for one more meeting.
It can be, that's not an issue. It's
We're
not-
The public hearing wouldn't be till the end
It was the 27th, I think.
right, wouldn't be, so we can discuss it in the next meeting and still make it. But let's get input from Sean. What?
No, George thought we were gonna schedule it, we're not scheduling it.
Well, the other one I talked to
It
is
off.
Frank.
Oh, no, well, with Doug bringing this up, I am concerned because we did.
Yeah, I don't doubt, listen, Doug, you've been doing this a lot, I don't need the opinion of the audience right now. All right, it's a legal question, is it not?
It is, it's a legal
Okay,
question.
so the audience giving a legal opinion is not of interest to me, okay?
All right,
We've had enough of that,
And then
of
it-
unsolicited opinions from an audience.
Well, we do have one from Frank too.
That's fine, but that wasn't what Frank said, and that's not what our engineer said, so I'm not disputing it, we can
Okay.
table it, I just,
Okay, so-
surprise information at a meeting doesn't do anything good
yeah,
for
no,
a
but
meeting.
let's table it for this meeting, let's get engaged.
Well, I
Sean
thought this was when
again.
we discussed it, that's why I brought it up.
I know,
Well,
it's just, it's,
hard
I
to-
can't
Doug,
give you
It's hard to
feedback.
discuss because we gave them the ability to weigh in on this 4 weeks ago. And my understanding, Sean was okay with it. You know, there were some things that we had to talk about, setback and minimum lot sizes that we know we have to review. We brought that up in the last meeting,
Yeah.
but we were just looking to schedule a public hearing 4 meetings out. So this is all coming to us now. We need to investigate it. We'll figure it out. No big deal.
Good enough.
Okay.
It was more just for future stuff, it doesn't, I understand we have discussions and we want open meetings and everything, but as legal counsel, I can't react off the cuff to
No,
something that I
Well,
thought we
I
were
wasn't
already.
looking for you to react, I thought, I'm just bringing up what I was told, so therefore, we slow it down now until we figure out what the legal part is.
Right, but I could have given an answer tonight and maybe we could have gone forward, is what I'm getting
Well, this
at.
is late yesterday afternoon.
Okay,
You know,
all right, well, that's all
Yeah,
I
no big
think-
deal.
I think we had time on our side.
right. I agree with that, that is why it's not a big deal,
Yeah,
but it's just about process,
okay.
surprises, you know.
I don't know what that is. Mary, this was in our,
Yeah, I got it too, I didn't know what that was.
That's a marriage transcript,
Yeah.
it's a marriage?
yeah.
Do we need to just approve it?
Just give it to me. Somebody printed it on, forgot to put paper in
Yeah, okay.
the, thank you guys.
I'll throw mine away.
All right, so we're gonna table item number 4, local law number 6, until we get further input, determine whether a seeker action is required. All right, moving on. Review a request from Goshen Community Coalition for a donation of $1,000. This is a committee, I think both you and I sit on, George, correct?
Yes.
And it's starting,
Make it 2,000.
well, it's I personally, I think it's a very worthy
I do too.
cause. You know, it's the community getting together to try to overcome some of the major issues that we have and the kids are having today. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to comment on anything, George.
Well, I think there's been 3 meetings so far,
Mhm.
and I didn't attend the second one, but I did attend the third one, it was right here at Town Hall. And it seems to me that there are some people with quite a bit of expertise and really kind of charged up and trying to make a change in the community. So assuming there's not a problem with that, I would support giving them $1,000 for a startup.
Yeah, I don't know, Rory, is there any, I spoke to Christine, there isn't an issue as far as she can tell. So I didn't know if there's a legal issue.
No, it's about, you guys justify it. If you justify it, then there's no, it's just a matter of whether others will be coming, looking. for
Doug,
it.
anything on it?
I think we ought to make it 2,000, but that's,
Well,
only in that it is a very, very key item that for our community.
Well, as you probably read, they're requesting, I think, the
The
school,
school
the
and-
school
sure.
in
Yeah.
our village.
Yeah.
So they have 3,000 then, right, to start up, and I don't know if that's enough, but for.
So why don't we make a
startups,
motion, why don't we make if everybody's in agreement, make a motion to approve the donation of $1,000
Okay.
with the opportunity for them to come back if it's
They
needed.
need more money, sure.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I make that motion.
Where is it coming out of, what fund?
Second.
All in favor?
What fund?
Townwide, eh? Okay. Finance, discuss and approve a motion to authorize the supervisor to pay accounts payable check run for July 27, 2023 in the amount of $201,607.36. So moved. All in favor?
Second.
I made Doug
Aye.
to
Sorry, Doug
second.
second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Discuss and approve a manual AP run for May 31st, 2023, totaling $20,163.56. Got that motion? So moved.
Okay.
Second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Christine Cavallari submitted a monthly finance report for a period ending 5/31/2023. Any questions on it?
No.
All right,
She does a good job.
she does, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, privilege of the floor. Any comments from the, Neil?
Yeah, 2 things. One, I was gonna say, on, the planning board is gonna have a public hearing, I think, on the 20th of the month, about RDM. And I suspect that if you're gonna hear anything you might hear on changing the law, you gotta hear it on that night, so you may just wanna listen in on that.
Yeah, listen,
Neighbors in the back.
just for the purposes of understanding, we are looking at a height increase to what the other municipalities on an industrial and commercial side are looking. And in fact, we have, highway commercial at 100 feet now, with a 50-foot setback off of the road. So, there's precedent in place already that we've already approved it.
I'm not taking a position on it
No,
at all.
no, no.
I just wanted to give you a heads up that there is gonna be this public hearing where probably the neighbors at the backyard of RDM's 2 projects.
They've
come in and
already
have
had an open, there's a public hearing on it, correct? The application was in place last week.
Yeah.
Understood. I mean, and listen, I know there's gonna be a big public outcry. I've advocated RDM to build something and they may have to put mature, 30-foot trees in there to cover it, not twigs or saplings.
Sure, there's certainly ways to mitigate, do a lot of mitigation. The second thing I really wanted to come here tonight for is an ERB question or a concern. One of the concerns we have in the town now with the ERB and at the planning board really is about the watershed. I know you're doing a lot of work on the watershed already. I would like to get training for the ERB of these, because that's the only board I chair, to look at the current water study and get some training on that. If you want to use Delaware engineering, I'm happy with that. But I think it's very critical at this point in time, because I think that two things are happening. One is that we have commercial projects that have such little impact and we're making them do $10,000 to $20,000 worth of testing for a project that's going to use half of what a house would use, and they have 20, 30 acres. I think that's just totally wrong, and it's an abuse. We're not going to learn anything good by that. On the other side of that, I think we're also approving some larger projects that are going to use much more water than they can ever recharge, and they're being directed by our consultants sometimes to consider recharge over other people's properties to be able to meet their water budget. I just think we need to have an understanding. I could be wrong about how it should be read, but I think we should have some kind of training. I suggested at the planning board, they never went anywhere. I would like to do it with the ERB. I can use their ERB training money.
Yeah, listen, I don't know where the training would come from, but we're more, Delaware's our engineer, and we're more, you know, you wanna speak to Mike, at Delaware.
I'll get the name from you, because I know last year when we sat down and talked to them, the man seemed to understand entirely.
Yeah, it's Mike Aiello.
Okay.
He works he's the engineer that works for Delaware, but he's also in charge with our water study and everything that we're doing in the green sand system. And he will be, he'll be looking at.
So what I'm looking for is permission just to use them and get some training for the ERB. What I would do is invite every other board to come to the training.
Yeah, why don't you just get a scope of work and a cost from him?
Good.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think more people, listen, at the end of the day, water is crucial to, and it's probably one of the most, it's gonna be one of the most expensive assets a town has if they are able to build a commercial district. Because water,
We're not manufacturing it anymore.
we're not manufacturing it anymore. That is correct. And I think a lot of the recharge issues get resolved if we create a district in watershed 50, because that's our big, as per Shore de Palma, that's our biggest area that we have an issue with.
Right.
So, and that's where, we're looking at this whole study.
Yeah.
Relative to the rules that we have for water testing and stuff like that, I had a conversation with Lee the other day about it, because as you're aware, we're looking at the overall comprehensive plan. I don't think we need an entire overview or entire review of it, as per Sean. He thinks that we can just pick and choose some items that need to be adjusted, looking at what goes to the zoning board, constantly the same questions, hence why we're at the 65-foot change. And Lee is a firm believer that our water testing is way too stringent. I mean, we should be more in line with what the county is doing, and I think you share that.
I think some of that, sure. I think we're looking at two different tests sometimes. The testing that we do now certainly tests the neighbor's wells. I think beyond that, the only concern I have is the total recharge and whether or not there's that much water available in the entire watershed. And as long as short department is the criteria, that's the only thing we can use.
Quite honestly, I think we really truly need not a Shore de Palma report, but an actual hydrologist report to determine what we have in these watersheds.
Sure.
I don't know what that cost is. I asked Mike to gather that data and give me a cost assessment on it and see if we can get any grant money.
Yeah.
But I think really, we keep looking at this report as if it's gospel, and it really isn't what we think it is. It really doesn't tell us where we have water.
No, I think the only thing it does is it is part of our comprehensive plan based on the town board.
Yep.
And therefore, the planning board and everybody else is
They use it.
committed to it.
Correct.
We're
That's
committed
correct.
to it. So you have to look at that.
Absolutely, so.
So until that changes, by the town board, that's where we are.
What year was that done in?
2004.
2000, that's a long time ago,
Yep.
19 years ago, yeah.
We asked, as I said, we asked Delaware for a true water test, not a desktop test, and they're getting back to us with the scope of work and the cost.
So I will try to get in touch with you tomorrow to get his
Yeah, call
contact.
Mike Aiello. If you don't have his number,
No,
just hit me up in the morning or stop in
Yeah.
here. I'll
Yeah.
give you Mike Aiello. I'll even get on the phone with Mike with you.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.
Mr. Howe?
Well, you brought up water. Any, sorry if I've missed it, but green sand and completion of at least well 6,
The application's at the
Mumford's
Board of
supposed
Health.
to be doing, is that? is it
Application's at the Board of Health, yes.
It's still at the Board of Health?
Yeah.
Bureaucracy.
Out there with the speed limits?
Yes, thank you. I put that on the
Different
TV, come
bureaucracy,
on.
Same process. Okay.
Listen, I assure you that we call at least, Steve Gagnon gets a call from us at least once a month. Where are we? They're evaluating it, but you know, that's where we are. They're committed to getting it done and getting, well 6, all 3 wells on the green sand system. I wish I had more information for you, but it's,
Okay.
they're out.
It's in the darkness.
Well, I mean, there's not much we can do other than reach out to them and
Yeah.
ask the question, and they say, we're reviewing it. You know, you can't go further than that. But I tell you what, I will give them a call tomorrow, and if I have any further information about it, I'll send you an email. So you don't have to wait until the next meeting.
Okay.
All right? Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Can I get a motion to close the July 13th, 2023 meeting?
So moved.
July
Second?
All in
27th.
favor?
Aye.